Welcome to Busan, South Korea's second largest city on the tip of the East China Sea. I spent a short 4 days here exploring as much as I could and getting exposed to the Korean way of life, whether it was enjoying real Korean barbecue, constant K-pop music, or learning what really makes up Korea. Starting off in London, I boarded my flight from Heathrow Airport with China Airlines with a 13-hour flight time and a quick 8-hour layover in Taipei, before continuing on to Busan on a 2-hour flight. Taiwan's tourism offers half-day layover tours free of charge that can be booked from 10 to 90 days before you arrive. There's a morning tour that's 8 am to 12:30 pm focused on 100 years of Taiwanese history, an afternoon tour that's 1:30 pm to 5:30 pm focused on Taiwanese traditional arts and nature, and an evening tour focused on night markets and nightlife in Taipei. Details on this will be left in the description below. Once boarding the flight to Busan, to my surprise, we were treated with a fully Pokemon-themed plane inside and out, including the meals served and all the staff members dressed in Pokemon-themed clothes. I may have just got lucky with this, as according to China Airlines website, the Pokemon planes only run between Busan and Taipei between the months of July and March. Quickly making my way through security in Busan and over to the metro station, I was instantly hit with the sounds of K-pop and the smell of delicious street food. To note, Google Maps does not work in South Korea, therefore you need to download their own mapping app, Naver Map, which admittedly is quite frustrating to use. Following a quick check-in at my hotel in Songjeong, it was straight to exploring the Oryukdo Skywalk nearby. Taking the Green Line metro to Jeongdong station, and then either the Route 24 or 27 bus will take you the rest of the way. The average bus fare is 1,500 Korean won, or just under £1 British. The metro also has similar fare system, however, upon leaving Busan I found out about their Visit Busan Pass, which allows free entry to 30 or so attractions, free use of their city tour buses, as well as several discounts at restaurants. You need to apply for this online before you arrive in Busan. Link will be in the description below. As the day was drawing to an end, it was time for dinner. If you're a returning viewer, you'll notice I don't like to include restaurants or places to eat, as everyone has their own taste and can make a decision on their own. However, this place was so good I believe it needs a mention. Jeong Won is a traditional Chinese Korean style restaurant blending the two cultures and cuisines together. The staff were friendly and prompt with the service. You can reach them around the corner from Haeundae metro station. With an early start to the next day, it was off to Haedong Yonggungsa temple, which is a 14th century Buddhist temple overlooking the coast. You'll have to catch the Blueline metro to Osira station, transfer to bus route 139 for 3 stops, and then walk about 10 minutes up the hill to the main market area, and then a further 10 minutes down the cliffside to the temple. The temple is unique in that it is the only seaside Buddhist temple in all of South Korea, covering more than 600 years of history dating back to its founding in 1376. If you're lucky enough to be there on a Sunday during lunchtime, they offer a free noodle meal. The temple is also free to enter. Rather than deal with walking, a bus and a metro, an Uber was taken to the Haeundae Blueline park about 15 minutes away. The Ubers in Busan are extremely cheap, and this costed no more than £5. The Blueline park offers a one-way 25-minute beach train or sky capsule ride along the coastline towards Mipo. The beach train down below costs 7,000 Korean won or £4.20 per person, and the sky capsule ride above costs 35,000 won for 2 people or £21 for 2 people. The beach train you'll share with a load of other people, however the capsule is on your own single pod for up to 4 people. I chose to take the train as it's essentially the same view as the sky capsules with the exception of one train stop in the middle. Making my way over to Gwangalli Beach, a short snack looking over the harbour was in order. There was aspiring singers on the beach attracting crowds, street food, people dancing and just general relaxing over the beach. This was really nice for sunset on this day. Starting the third day in Busan, it was over to the Hynyeoul Culture Village and Coastal Walk. It's hard to define a name for this place as Google Maps shows 7 different names for this area, so I've just gone with the easiest to pronounce. There's several shops and cafes along the clifftop walkways as well as multiple walkways down to the waterfront leading to the coastal tunnels. Be warned though, it is about 300 steps to the bottom and then you're gonna have to go back up. There's also a hiking trail beyond the village offering stunning 360 views around the area, although I chose not to do this and headed over to the next site. Gamcheon Culture Village, a picturesque village in western Busan, once a refugee camp, has transformed into a bustling tourist attraction filled with restaurants, souvenir stores, bookstores, painted streets and statues all around. There's also stores you can hire traditional costumes to wear while making your way through the village, as well as a postcard store which allows you to send postcards on a particular day of the following year. Taking the Orange Line metro to Songjeong and then the 1-1 bus up the steep hill will allow you to skip a 45-minute walk to the village. This place is an absolute maze covered in stairs everywhere, so expect to get lost if you don't follow the main road. Ending the third day of the trip, it was off to the Diamond Tower, or more commonly known as the Busan Tower, to enjoy sunset. Surprisingly, the entire area was quite sparse with little to no one around, so I was able to enjoy the tower almost to myself. The Busan Tower is a 120 meter high tower in Yeongdongsan Park located in southern Busan. It was built in 1973 and is used only for entertainment purposes. But it does have a cafe at the top floor and a deck that gives panoramic views of the entire city of Busan. It is not a 360 degree view, however, I'd say it's probably closer to 270 degrees. You can see pretty much the entire way around. On day 4, as my return flight was at lunchtime, the morning was spent just shopping and filling a large suitcase full of food and gifts to bring home. As mentioned briefly before, Google Maps does not work in South Korea, therefore you need to download their mapping app Naver app. There's also a metro app called Subway, which will also come in handy. If you opt not to apply for a Visit Busan pass prior to arriving, you'll need to purchase an electronic metro card similar to London's Oyster card or Thailand's Rabbit card to get around. This card can only be topped up using cash at certain stations, and their metro and bus network does not accept contactless bank card payments. Other than that, all shops and restaurants do accept card payments. If you're shopping at Lotte, you can show your passport and receive all items tax-free up to a maximum of 2.5 million Korean won or £1,500. This may be an option shopping at other stores too, but the only reason I knew about this was that the checkout staff asking me for my passport, clearly knowing I was a tourist stocking up on Korean snacks. For a city escape, the final cost of my trip, not including the flights from London, came to £322.91, or the other amount shown on screen based on currency conversion at the time of uploading this video. This could have been made cheaper by using an Airbnb or a hostel, but I chose a 4-star hotel in the city centre, as well as restaurant food for every meal. My flight from London to Busan via Taipei with China Airlines costed £914. And with that, my time in Busan is over. Thank you for watching and making it this far into the video. If you have any questions about my trip to Busan or anything about my channel, feel free to ask in the comments below and I'll get back to you. I respond to every single comment that's made on my video. I really do appreciate your support, and if you're able to, please leave a like and comment on the video or subscribe, as it really does help me a lot in expanding this channel and reaching more people, as well as just making me feel like I've done a good job on this. I've spent hours planning, filming and editing these as a hobby while working full time and studying a master's degree, and would love to continue this. I also decided to try out an alternative editing software, as well as upgrading all of my equipment for this video in order to make it the best it can be. Thank you again for watching and showing your support, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.